goes out in investing in people from underrepresented groups who are also investing in their communities as well. So you're uplifting not only one person, but the whole community behind them as well. I just wanted to add that to what you were saying.
Totally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Lushentha?
No, and just to build on what Andrea was saying, and also you, is that people, a lot of the time, I'm just educating people on supply diversity because I think, oh, is a diversity within my supplies? Is that I'm having that gender split? So that's where we
Yeah.
are. My big passion is education and awareness. And, I always quote Nelson Mandela is education is the most powerful tool we can use to change the world. So this year we're launching our education academy with ESDP. And it's not just, we have two parts where we educate the corporates because we have to bring them along on this journey, and also developing our suppliers to get them to meet halfway, because everyone focuses on the visible part, which is workforce diversity. And as Andrea said, most of the spend is with your suppliers. And that's where it's the low-hanging fruit. So what we're doing with ESDP, the other advocacy groups, is bringing shedding light on that, bringing visibility of it.
I was running the supplier diversity program for EMEA at IBM for several years. So that's where I also got to know the whole concept of supplier diversity and inclusion and so on. And so one story, I want to share another one because I think that's what really stays in people's minds is the success stories and really having that tangible, because it seems like supplier diversity, it's so abstract. It doesn't, it feels like women-owned businesses is like what, they might have a beauty shop or, people might think of that, but there are really cool success stories, which I think is so much more worth sharing because that's what stays in people's mind. And so maybe one success story we had also at IBM was with a tier 2 supplier. So the supplier of our supplier at that time was a diverse-owned business, and they provided a small part of consulting and services to IBM as a tier 2, so the supplier of the supplier. We had the tier 1, so the big RFP for that whole project, where we actually also invited the diverse business, which was a tier 2. They had a great pitch, great proposal, and actually won that business. And they were moving from a couple of thousand pounds of revenue to a couple of million pounds of revenue and really grown their business. And I think that just shows what kind of impact supplier diversity can have on a business, and really also on the whole environment of that business.
There's so many other organizations out there like Candex, things to help with payment terms, because if some companies can pay in 7 days, these are big multinationals. Why
I know
others
that.
take
I've been a client of Candex, so I know that, and I can underline that as well. I can underline
exactly.
that part.
And if they can do it, then why are the other corporates struggling to do it? So it's bringing, and when I talk to us, they're like, oh, we didn't even know this was possible. So this is the role that we're playing, is to be like, okay, these are sort of the best practices. We help you as part of our Inclusive Procurement Academy to actually bring this sort of knowledge to you to drive that going forward.